What's your feelings with you mentioned Ozempic and some of those drugs that are out there, and I have my own kind of thought on this, and I talked to Justin Grinnell about this on one of the shows I did with him, and personally, I have my feelings, but I'd like to hear your take on that and some of those because I think they can be useful in a way, but I want to hear your take before I give you my
Yeah,
spin.
so my whole, I'm not an anti-medication person. I think medications can fit a role, but 90% of what we take from a medication standpoint is fixing the symptom. You have a headache, you take ibuprofen, or reality is you're probably dehydrated and lacking magnesium. If my blood pressure is too high, you're probably your nervous system's out of balance and you're lacking certain nutrients. So my way as a private investigator, I'm like, let's just step back for a second. If you are medicated, not asking anybody to get off of medication, but let's look at it a little differently. And maybe one of your goals is you want to wean. I've never had anybody not get off a statin medication, working with their doctor if they want to do that. So to me, whether it's Ozempic and Wegovy and all these different diabetes medications, diabetes is not only preventable, it's reversible. But it's pretty easy to go down that path. And so that drug might be beneficial for somebody in extreme cases. My thing is in our society, as you know, that when you start doing this, you create paralysis in the gut, you start losing muscle. And as we age, the thing we want to hold on to or improve upon is muscle. And that's where these drugs are going to get sideways, in my opinion, down the road. So, extreme cases, yes. But to me, I have seen it. I've seen people who take their A1C from over 10 to, you know, under 7. And I've seen it do it naturally. So I believe that it's possible to do it. And I believe it's possible to do it in a sustainable way. But as we're seeing it in the world today, whether it's TRT and Ozempic and whatever, it could be a path, but to me, it's too easy, and so people will choose that path. And reality is, when you choose easy, it's going to get hard. If you choose hard, it's going to get easier. And that's why I like when I'm seeing you with your knee replacement, I see the stuff you're putting out there. You're putting in the work.
It's a grind.
There's really no other choice if you want to get to where you want to be. So anyway, that's my feeling on some of the medications out there. Fixing the symptom, not fixing the source of the problem, could be a tool, but it's not where people begin.